Alright, hey guys, Ferret here, and welcome back to yet another manga haul, and obviously this one is for the month of October 2015, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. We got like 50 volumes to go through, so, well, sort of. I'm counting like omnibus volumes as well, so, you know, it's sort of like 50. So we have Akuma no Riddle. So I haven't had time to read this one yet because I just got this one in the mail yesterday or the day before that. Really excited about this one. It looks really interesting. You gotta love badass female chicks that are assassins. So if that sounds like up your alley, make sure you go ahead and check that out. And now we have just something that's completely different than Akuma no Riddle, is Nurse Otomi's Monster Infirmary, Volume 3. This is a series that, it's just fun. I've really looked forward to this after Monster Muzumi came out, because I like Monster Muzumi, and so this has a really fun take on a lot of other different types of basically monster type girls. And so this is more of like a high school setting with like teens going through puberty and like having problems with all their monster powers. So that one has been a really fun read. Now we have Pandora and the Crimson Shell Ghost Urn, and this is probably the how do I even say, this is probably the most risque cover I have of any manga I've ever owned. And it's technically not even that bad, but boy does it look bad. It just does not look right at all. This has been an interesting story. I haven't had the chance to read this volume either. I'm really hoping that this series turns out good because visually it's really cool, but the story was sort of hard to follow, but I'm really looking forward to getting into this one and seeing how this one goes, because I think it could be really fun to read. That's that one. And then we have, you know, coming in with another risque volume cover, we have Magica, Swordsman, and Summoner, which I guess, by the sounds of it, this series has done pretty well. At least the second volume has. I think it did pretty well on the New York Times bestseller. So that's good to see. Good to see new series getting up on that list, other than just the, you know, the tried and trues getting up there. So again, this volume was good. It kind of expanded more kind of on the girls, and basically just got more insight to the girls and their character and stuff. So a good volume. And one I was looking forward to the most this month is Golden Time, because one of my favorite manga and anime of all time is Toradora, and I'm also really enjoying Evergreen, and this is from the same author of both of those series, and I haven't watched the anime before, so I'm kind of going in for a totally new experience, which has made this really fun, and I'm really looking forward to this because I've really enjoyed it so far. And so another great set from Seven Seas. So that's what, 5 volumes from Seven Seas this month. They had a good month. I always do with Seven Seas, but I'm really just happy with all the releases they've been having as of late. Also, one of the series I'm actually enjoying the most right now, which I didn't expect when I first started it, is we're moving on to Vertical Comics now, and we have Witchcraft Works Volume 7. Probably some of the most stunning art I've ever had in a manga. I'm being dead serious. I've read a lot of manga. The art in the series is absolutely stunning and so amazingly well done, and the characters are great. The story is good. It could be better, but this was more of a fun volume because we kind of got out of an arc, but we're kind of starting some new stuff up. So I've really been enjoying Witchcraft Works. That's just been really fun. And then we have Tokyo Esp, which was a different series, sort of interesting, but it is a really nice release. I believe this is an omnibus, at least I'm assuming it's gotta be. Seems like 2 volumes to me. I also did a first take on this already, if you would like to go see that. And also pay attention because I will be doing some more first takes here and there for this month. And that was the couple releases I got from Vertical this month. And now we'll go ahead and move on to our Kodansha comics. Say I Love You. It's actually been a series I really enjoy. There's just something you can say about having characters you can really relate to, and that can really relate to May. So, what can I say? It's been something I really enjoyed. I've wanted to read it for a long time. I've had Volume 1 for forever, but I just really haven't. It hasn't been on my priority list, but I did manage to pick up Volume 2, and I really enjoyed it. So, like I said, I can't wait to actually. What's going to be nice about this is when I just go in and pick up all the volumes, because I'm just going to binge it so much. And then reaching a Fairy Tail milestone, Fairy Tail Volume 50. So happy. One of my favorite manga authors there is, for sure. Really enjoy fairy tales. One of my favorite shoujo type, shonen type, not shoujo, shonen type manga series there is. I haven't been reading it online because I don't do that, because that's a big no-no. At least for me, it is. I've wanted to read it because I believe it's either in or entering its final arc, and boy, it's really picking up. So good. You really got to read it. Another great one from Kodansha is Your Lie in April. Again, this is more of a slower pace so far. I haven't watched the anime. I know there are lots of feels. I don't know what they are yet. I've managed to keep myself spoiler free. So with each volume, I'm terrified as to what I might come across. But not too much happened in this volume. It was pretty slow, but interesting. Definitely looking into other characters we haven't really got to see so far. And then Missions of Love, another just sort of romance one that I liked more at first. I'm kind of iffy on it the more it goes on. The main heroine, she annoys me sometimes, but she actually sort of started to redeem herself in this volume. It's been a long time between releases of Missions of Love. I think this is just one of those series that I'm sure the mangaka over in Japan is probably just slower coming out. So I believe the next volume doesn't come out until April or something of next year, so we're gonna wait a long time again for the next volume, but oh well, what can you say? It's been a series I really enjoyed, and I've waited so long for this new volume, and it didn't disappoint. It was still pretty good. Then we have the omnibus of Air Gear volumes 15, 16, and 17. So again, I haven't read any of Air Gear yet, so you're wondering, why do you have this? Well, I found it cheap at a bookstore for some reason, so I bought it, and eventually I will fill in the rest as I go along, because that's just how I do. So that's, wait, is that Kodansha? I don't even know. Probably not, but we're going to go with it. So that's my Kodansha pile for this month. Again, just good pickups, and then we'll go ahead and move on to our single and only pickup from Dark Horse. So we have just a classic Clamp story, Chobits. It's Omnibus Volume 2. I don't have the first Omnibus yet, but again, I got this one a little bit cheaper at a bookstore, so I went ahead and picked it up while I had the chance. Whew, it's a hefty book right there. And something that kind of surprised me, I've actually got a pretty small pile from Yen Press this month, but still, that doesn't degrade their significance at all. We have a Kame ga Kill, Volume 4, and on the cover, of course, is everyone's favorite psychopath. Oh boy, I've been watching it. Make sure you go ahead and guys and watch this on Toonami, because it is on Toonami right now. Hopefully you guys, some of you guys caught the marathon that was on. So Kame ga Kill, it's not my favorite series, but it's kind of like that guilty pleasure, just type of violence and death and more violence type of series, which, you know, every once in a while, you just want to have in your life. Black Bullet. I haven't had the chance to read this yet. I really don't even know much about it, so hopefully I'll be able to do a first take on it and let you guys know more about it once I've actually got into it. But it looks good, and it looks interesting, and so hopefully it is, but other than that, I can't really tell you yet. And then we have hardcover of Alice in Murderland. I love these hardcovers. Thank you, Yen Press, so much for bringing us some awesome Oh, I got a burp somewhere hidden inside. I've got some nice hardcovers. I haven't had a chance to read this volume yet, but I like the first one, so I just can't wait. It should be just as good, and I'm so excited. Alright, so moving to Yen Press aside, we'll go ahead and move on to a nice big pile, because Viz Media was pretty busy this month. Naruto 72. What can you say? The last volume, the end of an era. I really enjoyed it. I'm so happy with this. Someday I hope to do a video on my top 10 favorite Naruto fights from the manga. And trust me, it won't be your generic list, because I'm just literally picking not the best fights, but my personal favorite fights, and I'm sure some of you would disagree with me on them, but I really hope to do that video sometime. And here we have Twin Star Exorcist, which, still, second volume, I'm pleasantly enjoying, really am. I'm really liking the character development, I'm liking where the story is going. It's not necessarily the most unique story so far in the world, but I like it. It's been really enjoyable. The characters have been interesting, and the story has progressed nicely. So, Twin Star Exorcist, a really good shonen that's kind of just a new shonen, just to kind of sink your teeth into. And here we have Magi Volume 14, and I believe I saw online that it's either started or getting ready to enter its final arc. So, which is really cool because that should allow, obviously, Viz to keep pumping these suckers out at a really good pace. Hopefully they don't slow down now that the series is maybe winding down. But that's really cool that it's going to be a nice length, manageable length. It's going to have a nice long length to it, but nothing crazy like some of the other ones. It's going to be longer than Fullmetal Alchemist, I believe, as far as volumes go. But still, it's nice to have stories sometimes that don't overstay their welcome. So here we have Assassination Classroom, Volume 6. Again, not too much to say about this one necessarily, but I have been enjoying Assassination Classroom, and it's kind of one of those things where the art isn't great, but that's sort of the charm to the series. And the author, it's funny because the author knows this, and so that's part of the charm to the series itself. Food Wars Volume 8, which surprisingly also is just what stunning art Food Wars has. It really does have top-notch art. So again, this was a really good volume. It's in the middle of a really interesting arc, so again, I've been just really enjoying Food Wars. It's been one of my favorite Viz releases so far. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Library Wars Volume 15 is the final volume, I believe, so super excited about that. Library Wars has been a series I've been reading for a very long time. It's one of the first shoujos I really ever read, and I'm glad this is one of the first ones I read because it's kind of a good one to get started with. It's a great mix of action with the shoujo, so it kind of, instead of all the crazy lovey-dove stuff all at once. Now we have Blue Exorcist 10 and 11. I'll be honest, I kind of fell out with Blue Exorcist. I got these two volumes a little bit cheaper than normal, so that's why I bought them. I haven't really paid attention. It's probably one of those series that's went on hiatus at some point, I'm going to assume, because the releases have been pretty much non-existent. So I kind of stopped picking them up. So hopefully that changes. But anyway, I grabbed a couple of those just to kind of fill in the ones I'm missing. And again, Tokyo Ghoul Volume 3. I'm so happy that these are coming out again at a nice pace. Because the volumes are there to release, and Viz is not taking its time, which is a very cool thing. Very cool thing indeed. And here we have Tenjo Tenji. Or Tengo Tenge. I think actually it is Tenge. I said it wrong again because, you know, that's how I roll. But anyway, I got this volume cheaper a little bit as well. And so I've been just kind of filling these in every month as they go along. I hasn't really been a priority to pick them up, but I've been just kind of grabbing them as I've been going along. And so for the pile that has really kind of gave my manga count a real big boost this month in particular, we have a series that I probably shouldn't have picked up, but I couldn't resist. So let me refocus this. So, as probably many of you know, this is a bit of an older series released by Viz, and very unfortunately it was canceled. I highly doubt we will ever see it picked back up. But remember, guys, never say never. If enough people went to Viz and said we would love this series finished, you'd be surprised at what a bunch of voices can do. So these were at a used bookstore. Obviously, someone who had them was like, "Well, I'm never gonna finish them, so I want to get rid of them." So I got most of these for like $2-3 a piece, and I really just couldn't help myself. So volumes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, and then we have obviously the rest of them 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, ooh, there it is, 13, and 14. So it really is too bad that this series was discontinued. One of the first manga I ever really started was Inubaka. And I'm not surprised it didn't do well enough, and it just got unlucky. Inubaka was released in the era of like that 2008 to 2010, where manga did not do so well. So, unfortunately, that series was canceled like 5 volumes before the finish, and that would be a series I would kill to have finished, but I'm probably one of the few. But anyway, I picked these up all for cheap, so what can I say? Maybe we'll ever get it finished. The chances are probably close to 0, but still, I guess it's still a nice pickup for $2 a piece. I really can't complain if it wasn't ever finished, because that's a pretty good steal. Well, alright guys, I think that about does it for the month of October. I had a really fun month reading these, lots of great volumes. All the companies are obviously really doing very good job on all their releases, and it's just super exciting to be able to have the opportunity to get all these manga and just really enjoy them. So thanks a whole bunch for watching, guys. Please leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, and a comment is always super appreciated. I did get a new mic recently, guys, so I wasn't able to hook it up for this video, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to use it, and then we could have some super high quality voiceovers. Yeah, but anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you back on the prowl next time. Bye bye.